Good day, class. Welcome to the second session. In this session, we will look into how to apply cash flow management in the running of a new venture. Let us look at the importance of cash flow management for small businesses. Managing any form of business implies that you also manage the cash flow. The operating risk of any business is measured on how volatile its earnings are. Ensuring a consistent cash flow stream makes it possible to promote a business as a stable and ongoing concern with a great possibility of growth in the future. One requires to forecast and track the cash flow on a regular basis in order to be able to manage and build it. Too few business owners use financial forecasting to identify potential financial problems that will influence earnings in future. Financial forecasting can help smoothen the business cycle. There are several types of financial forecasts that one can prepare to show a realistic picture of the firm's future cash flow. Prospective lenders require the company's financials in order to determine whether a business will be able to cover principal and interest payments during the life of a loan, regardless of whether it experiences economic difficulties or not. Another forecast method one can use to manage cash flow on a periodic basis is through software packages such as Microsoft Excel. It is important to forecast revenues and expenses to identify any financial issue that may arise regardless to the performance of the business. There are three fundamental principles one has to bear in mind when managing cash flow. The first principle is that cash is purchasing power. A reasonable amount of cash reserves is needed to support the business against the risk of unforeseen financial problems, which differs from business to business. In order to determine whether you have adequate reserves is to forecast your needs and managing operating cash flow, which will enable you to have the necessary amount available. The second principle is to change your operations accordingly. For instance, if the forecast indicates that there will be a decrease in sales or an increase in expenses, one might need to speed up the collection of receipts and try to delay payment to the vendors. The goal for cash flow management is to keep earnings consistent over time. The third principle to consider is to reverse working capital, which is the difference between cash and current liabilities. Working capital equals cash minus current liabilities. Cash management entails ensuring that short-term liabilities are covered and that there is enough cash to reduce unforeseen risks, which includes not prepaying invoices without a significant discount and ensuring that inventory balances are minimal. Even though it is impossible to forecast all potential risks, it is the responsibility of the business owner to reduce all business risks. One can use a cash flow forecast as a budgeting tool, since it is an estimate of future figures based on experience. A business normally prepares a cash flow forecast to show the money likely to flow into and out of its bank account in a given period. Did you ever consider how important banking and banking accounts are in effectively running a business venture? Sometimes you might find yourself doing business with someone who prefers depositing money into your account or needs you to pay electronically. In order to be able to do this, you will need to have a bank account, and you can conduct a lot of your transactions off your cell phone. If you have a bank account, you receive interest on a positive balance. You can also make arrangements for an overdraft on your account, which allows you to conduct transactions even though your funds are not sufficient. There are different types of accounts for personal, business, corporate, and merchant use. The three most common types of accounts are savings accounts, the check account, and credit cards. Savings accounts offer a variety of saving strategies that have different features and benefits designed to meet the needs of the client. The check account range has a variety of products and services to offer their clients. The credit card is credit-based There are a lot more of other accounts, such as Attorney's Trust Account, which is a special business account that is suitable for attorneys acting as trustees. Estate Agents' Trust Accounts are for estate agents who are required by law to open trust accounts to hold the money received on behalf of buyers and sellers of property. The interest you receive on your positive bank balance is determined by the type of account you have. For instance, credit card and check accounts provide better interest on positive bank accounts in comparison to savings accounts. There are documents that need to be completed in order for transactions to take place. For instance, filling in a deposit slip when depositing money into a bank account. An internal fund transfer is completed when you want to transfer money from one account to another, regardless of whether it is in your account or it belongs to somebody else. A bank statement is a transactional statement that shows the money that went into and out of your account within a certain period. It also includes items like credit interest, banking charges, current balance, debit orders, and other account details. One can get a bank statement from the nearest branch through internet banking as well as cell phone banking. We have reached the end of our second session. Let us take a break and carry on with our next session.